Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Krishna.
My name is Paula.
I'm Josep.
I'm Betty.
Madeline.
And we are Sprouts, here to present a proposal for feeding the homeless. Let me just ask all of you a question. How many of you have a home to go to where you yourself provide 3 nutritious meals to you and your significant others? Just raise your hands. Thank you. And out of all the people who raised their hands, but just let's face it, basically all of you, how many of you have, seen the homeless, whether it was coming to work or coming here? Yeah. Personally, I used to see them every day in the Green Line, for the Dallas Dart, under the bridge between Baylor and Fairbank. And there you would just see rows of tents of homeless people living in dirt, practically. It was very dreadful to see. And the problem is that that's not unique to Fairbank and Baylor. Those areas of the homeless are spread throughout Dallas. And the problem is only going to get much worse, as this video will show.
The number of people sleeping on Dallas city streets has skyrocketed. The city's search for a location to house the homeless appears to be at a standstill. Fox 4's Lori Brown live in Dallas with the story.
Clarice City Council members asked city staff to examine 7 locations to see if any of them could be a future site for a homeless assistance center. But the staff's conclusion was none of the sites are feasible.
Signs of the city's growing homeless population are everywhere. Encampments litter the city, like this one under I-45 next to Deep Ellum.
We can't say that there's nothing that we can do. We have to continue to try to do more and to try to do better with what we have.
When the city has cleared out homeless encampments, new ones pop up in other places. Daniel Roby is the executive director for the Austin Street Shelter.
It is always heartbreaking when anybody has no opportunity for shelter and has to sleep outside. It's not safe. 78% of women who are homeless have been physically or sexually victimized.
So we are having a spike in homelessness, and that is overwhelming the assets that we have downtown.
Dallas City Councilman Philip Kingston says something has to be done.
What we need to do is have a strategy so that the rest of the city can bear some of the burden that right now.
Yeah. So that was just basically giving a summary of the homeless situation in Dallas right now. And like he said, it's very heartbreaking to see that some of these people, just like you or me, just normal people, faced unfortunate circumstances in which they have no shelter. And what's even more disheartening is that some of these people are better than you and I, having served in Iraq and Afghanistan to protect our freedoms in this country. So I'll pass it off to Paula, who will...
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about our areas of opportunity. As we saw in the video, we know that homelessness has been an issue in our Dallas and Collin counties. And we saw that homelessness has driven up 9% from the last 2 years. And this is not only due to, this homelessness problem isn't only due to everything that's been going on with us and the veterans and everything, but we also know that 23% of our veteran homelessness has gone up as well. So we know that at least 1 out of 10 people of our homeless population are veterans. Homeless people are also more susceptible to issues like physical and mental health issues, and this may lead to life-threatening conditions. And so our issue isn't only feeding the homeless, but in order to make them feel better, to make these mental and health conditions go away, we have to be able to feed their bodies to make them feel better. So this is an underlying issue of mental issues and health issues, and so we believe that by feeding them, that we will help them in their bodies and will help them overall. So our proposal is to donate our excess food that we have that is edible, so things don't go to waste. For the company, we believe that this is crucial not only for our sustainability promise, because we also want to not have anything go to waste. We want our company to show that we are a company that cares about sustainability and that we care about our homelessness issue. So we believe that this is good for the improved public goodwill that our company has, and it will also improve our marketing return. And so I'm going to pass it over to Jose, who's going to present our plan.
Thank you, Paula. So, as you see, we have a real problem here in Dallas with homelessness, and Sprouts has a very big opportunity to help. And in order to help, we have great idea, but we need a plan. And our plan is to have our employees that are working their regular shift at Sprouts to identify different foods and produce that is about to expire or is reaching its expiration date. Have them move them to a spot in the back of the warehouse where we will gather all the food to be donated. Now, this is going to be a big task, so we were going to introduce the position of donation coordinator to our stores, who will plan how the food will be donated. They will coordinate with couriers to transport the food to North Texas Food Bank that we will be partnering with. At the end of their shift, employees will load all the food that has been designated to be donated. It should only take about 30 minutes because throughout the day, they're going to be putting the produce and food in boxes, getting ready to be donated. Not only will we donate the food, we will also be introducing a plan that will allow Sprouts employees to volunteer a couple of days out of the month while working their regular shift. So instead of showing up to Sprouts and working their 8 hours, they can actually go to the food bank for those 8 hours and volunteer and get paid their Sprouts hourly wage. This will help improve morale within the employees, and it'll just make them feel better about the company that they're working for. And I'll pass it over to Federico.
Thank you so much. So we're going to go into the actual scheduling of how this entire operation is going to work. So we're going to start at the beginning of the year, starting January 1st. We're going to band together every single Sprouts store, and we're going to basically have like a giant meeting. Within that meeting, we'll be able to officially set up the actual donation coordinators. Those donation coordinators will then go back to their store, and they will start basically stocking every bit of food that we are willing to donate. That being said, we also need to make sure that we're actually finding how many people are in need throughout the DFW Metroplex. So we're going to take a look at all the different shelters and food banks. The food bank that we actually decided to partner with was going to be the North Texas Food Bank. And with them, we'll be able to kind of get like an estimated number. And with that number, we'll be able to officially see how many boxes of food that we need to send over. Following that, we're going to take a look at the different finances quarterly, and with that we're going to be able to see essentially how much food is going where, if we need to move some things around, if there's a food bank that actually needs more and more food versus North Texas, so on and so forth. And then lastly, we're going to make sure that everything kind of went our way, and if it didn't, what could we have done in order to fix it? So within December of 2020, we are going to evaluate everything and see if for the next fiscal year and for the next calendar year, it makes sense to continue this. So then we're going to go into staffing. Like Jose mentioned, this isn't a small operation. So because of that, we need to make sure that we truly unite not only Sprouts, but the DFW Metroplex as a community altogether. So that being said, we're going to have various volunteers, not only throughout the company, but outside of the company as well, so that they can kind of step forward and truly make a difference within DFW. Our donation coordinator within the company at each store will actually basically have that bigger role to truly band everyone together, and then within that, they will then get all the food and all the supplies over to the drivers, who will then take it to the local food banks. I will now pass it over to Natalie.
I'm going to talk to you all a little bit about our budget. So budget being one of the most important things in having a successful campaign, because we need to know how much money we can donate, food we can donate, how many workers we can supplement from the store to the food campaign. It's very important. So being that we have donated or are donating a lot of our almost expired food that is still available, like for human consumption, we are able to donate 1% of our total monthly profits quarterly to this campaign. So we are not only giving away the food that we've already paid for, that's already been paid, but we are open to food being brought from any individual for local food drives that we will be doing, and any kind of donations, money, food, or anything. We are here to help the homeless in any way possible. So being that Sprouts is pretty much, we have stores everywhere, we're hoping to spread this through other stores outside of the DFW community to help everybody come together and help people that are truly in need. And then I will pass it to Jose.
All right. So, in conclusion, we see that there is a real problem. There's veterans in Dallas that are going hungry, that are not getting the food they need. And really, our initiative is we want to feed them. Not only do we want to feed them, but we want to give them healthy food so they can recover. These people are human beings. They're in vulnerable positions. We can only imagine if we were in that position, we'd want a helping hand. And I think we think Sprouts that has the opportunity to do so. So not only will it increase the image of the company, just throughout the area, show that Sprouts is a company that cares about Dallas. Also, I think it would make us feel better that we are using our resources to help our fellow human beings. To reiterate, these people are in very vulnerable positions, and we really want to be able to help them. We really hope that you guys keep this proposal in mind. We want to make an impact, and I'm sure you do as well. And now I'll open it up to any questions from the audience.